He did.
Kelly O'Donnell is with me. Kelly O, can you hear me?
I do hear you, Craig. This is
It
that moment,
looks
of course,
like,
we're waiting,
looks-
yes.
Kelly O, I'm not sure what your vantage point is, but it looks like someone may have just either passed out or fallen there at the foot of the Capitol. Can you see that at all, or is that?
I see activity. We are off to the side a bit, so I can't see it directly.
Okay.
So I can't add to that at the moment, but I would certainly say if there is someone who might have been overcome by heat, that would be an understandable thing. Also, there are lots of medical personnel and U.S. Capitol Police who are here who can certainly address any situation like that. I don't want to get ahead of ourselves until we know what the particular status is. If that is the case, that would explain what has been an unexpectedly long delay. We would anticipate that the honor guard would be escorting the casket up the stairs of the U.S. Capitol soon. And the steps of the Capitol can be quite treacherous. They are marble and uneven, and I always marvel at how the members of the military who serve as the honor guard, it does appear now that there was a sailor in his whites who got up. So we're just going to have to hope we can get some additional details. Yes.
Yeah.
So is that a member of the actual casket honor guard? I'm not certain, but that work is actually quite difficult. Okay. Anyone who's ever been a pallbearer knows it is a daunting task, and to do it with the precision of the military is challenging. And so as we see them in the minutes ahead go up the stairs, you'll have an appreciation for how challenging that can be. It does appear there is a full honor guard moving now toward the casket, so perhaps the other person in uniform was not a member of that. I'll go back to you, Craig, since this will be a poignant moment.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me, or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.